Welcome into another edition of Tech Talks presented by EGP Document Solutions. It is November, and that, of course, only means basketball season is here. And joining us now, head coach for your Georgia Tech women's basketball team, Nell Fortner. Nell, thanks so much for joining us once again on Tech Talks. Busy time of year for you, but how are things?
It's going well, Andy. Thank you. We're just deep in practice, deep in scrimmage, getting a lot of scrimmages in and ready to get this regular season going.
Yeah, ready to turn things loose against somebody other than your own teammates. I know over preseason, the identity of a team starts to take shape. What has you really confident that your team is well equipped to get after it and get in the win column this season?
Well, I think you've got, you look back on how we finished the season last year. You've got a lot of returners and a lot of hungry kids that want to definitely improve upon what we did last year. We're looking forward to just really being a more cohesive group, scoring more points, and really getting up and down that floor at a fast pace and playing some good defense. So we'll see what happens.
You know what? Everybody who saw the way your team ended last season had to be really excited at the potential of someone like Tony Morgan, somebody who is putting up numbers with scoring, rebounding, and assists rarely seen in recent history at Georgia Tech. How has Tony grown her game since Georgia Tech fans last saw her that'll make her even more potent this season?
Just having that experience that she had last year, she got a lot of floor time, made the All ACC freshman team. Really, her confidence, was very high at the end of the season. But now she's a year older. She's matured. There's maturation behind that experience, and that becomes very important when you're playing in such a tough league as the ACC is. So her being able to work on her game this summer, add a couple of things to her tool belt, and then you've got some additions of some new players also that it's exciting to see what they can do on the floor. But we're looking to parlay that experience from last year, the returners from last year, and see what we can make happen.
And not only Tony, but you look as well at Kara Dunn, Caleb Blacksher, whom we also visited with here on Tech Talks. Have those three players, and I'm sure they're not the only three, have you seen a change in mindset, a change in attitude where maybe now they understand, they acknowledge they're the leaders of this team?
Yeah, no question. Those three definitely have shouldered the responsibility of leadership. They know what the expectations are of them, and it's their job to come to work every day. And they do. They come and they bring that energy and they bring the work ethic, which is very important. I think Kara Dunn had one of the best summers that I've seen a young player have in a long time. But that came from Kara Dunn. That came from her expectations of herself and what she wants to accomplish as a basketball player. When kids get that deep in their gut where they want to be great, then we're here as coaches to help them get there. And so the summer for her was really well. I can't wait to see how it pays off for her this year. But, her along with all the other players worked very hard this summer. But I see a big difference in Kara Dunn.
Your newcomers include a couple of grad transfers, also include a handful of true freshmen. How do you think they can enhance the composition of this team? What has you excited about them putting down that white and gold for the first time?
Yeah, well, our two grad transfers, Sid from Boston University, she had 4 really good years at BU, and she brings great experience with her. She's from the Atlanta area, so she's got family here, wanted to come home and play this last year at home. But she gives us some great depth at that point guard spot, but she can also play off the ball, is a really good three-point shooter. And Caitlin Wilson comes to us from Cincinnati, really an excellent three-point shooter. So she stretches the floor immediately. But those are 2 hungry players, too. They were mid-major players that want to play at a higher level and prove themselves. So we're excited about them.
Man.
Then we've got 4 freshmen, Andy. We've got 4 new ones, 4 little babies. But I tell you what, they're a really good addition to us. They give us great depth. They've got experience on the international level. And then we've got one from Houston, Deasia Thomas, who's really already proving herself as a very capable rebounder, defender. And, when you're young, you're just trying to find your minutes on the floor, right? Well, if you can rebound and defend, you can find some minutes on the floor. So they're growing up right in front of our eyes.
Oh, boy, and that growth process will continue with the season coming your way on Monday at McCamus Pavilion for your Georgia Tech women's basketball team. Can't wait to see what you guys will dial up all winter long inside McCamus. Nell Fortner, thanks so much for joining us here on Tech Talks presented by EGP Document Solutions.
Thanks a lot, Andy.